Joxx. Let me pull this up. Shock Joxx,
Yes,
sports podcast.
Did you forget?
Kevin Hastings and Hunter Yancey and Mean. Woo! Gene Okerlund will be joining us. No, Gene Okerlund will not be joining us. Mean Gene Bowles will be joining us from the Cleveland Community College Yetis baseball team. We're going to talk a golf tournament this Friday that we'll be at. We're going to talk some JUCO baseball, how that's affecting the season and everything. And Hunter, while we wait on him, I was going to go JUCO baseball first, but since Gene's not here yet, let's go ahead. I'm sure I don't know how big of an NBA fan he is, but since we're going to have a game tonight and a game tomorrow, there's no point in waiting until Wednesday to talk about it.
No.
Let's start tonight. Heat up 2-1 on the Celtics, and you had them predicted the Heat to win game 1, but you got the Celtics in the finals.
Mm-hmm.
Where are you standing right now on all of those opinions?
Well, obviously the Heat winning game 1, that I checked that one off. That hit. I was right on that one. I figured they'd be more rested and they'd come out playing hard as what they did. The Celtics did what I believed they were going to do in game 3. It was, there's no way in hell we can go down 3-0. And so they came out swinging. You know, there was the report. Everybody was really upset in the locker room. There was a bunch of yelling. Maybe somebody was throwing some things. I don't know. Marcus Smart was very vocal after the game 2 loss.
Right.
So to me, that was really just an emotional game. They came out here firing on all cylinders, but they still didn't win convincingly. It was still a very tight game between the Celtics and the Heat. So
Yep.
to me, I don't really know how I feel about this now, about the Celtics making the NBA Finals, because I just think if you have to get yourself to that level of an emotional high.
Nobody's playing tonight, actually.
They're not?
They're not playing.
Why are they not playing tonight?
They're not playing tonight or tomorrow. They're not playing again until Wednesday.
Did I miss something?
They're trying to get the series evened up.
Oh.
So one team in the finals won't have maybe 3 or 4 or 5 days rest.
Okay, I can understand that. I can understand
So
that.
they're giving 2 in this one after 3 games. So Boston, Miami actually won't play. Folks, I just looked at the schedule. I just assumed that's what was going on. They're not playing tonight. They're playing Wednesday, so we'll break that down Wednesday. Hunter, let's just talk about last night's game, and then they'll play again tomorrow night.
Yeah.
My Denver Nuggets, I call them my Denver Nuggets. I'm not a Denver Nuggets fan, but I did pick them to win the finals. The finals, before all this started. And all these people picked L.A. Clippers. And then all these picked the L.A. Lakers.
And they're down 2-0.
Yeah, we got excuses, but I will get to them in a second. First of all, I got to, puff on my semi-victory cigar so far.
Okay.
We knocked off the Clippers, who ESPN analysts were 0 for 16 on. Why are we getting disconnected on that?
I don't know. It says it's reconnecting, though.
Then we have, so they did that. They took them to Game 7, came back from 2-3-1 deficits. Now, remember, when I picked them on the contingency that Bol was going to be playing 20 minutes a game. That's to win the championship. Now, if I'd have known he wasn't going to play a thing, Hunter, I'd have gave him a chance to get out of the second round, the 7 games that they got. But dang it, they fought for it, and they've had to, and that's what's happened. To me, if he played, they would already be up. It'd be 1-1. I don't think they'd win game 1. But in basketball and in baseball, Hunter, there's reasons they play 7-game series, and it's because it's not really necessarily a this team's better than this team. Is sometimes from game to game, from series to series. You just think so Saturday when I was in here, I was not that down about them being down 1-0 as bad as it looked from the first one. I explained it between the foul calls and a couple of other things, it could have been a lot closer. And then Denver does the same thing. The problem is, Hunter, and here's my Bobo of the day. You mentioned Saturday they might need an extra 7-footer out there.
Yeah.
Well, if they already start every game off, Hunter, by the time it's halftime, down 10 or 15 points.
Why not?
Why not start him? Mm-hmm. Then when you get down the 10 points, if that happens, Then you can put in the guys you normally put in anyway.
Right.
Denver's bench has outplayed Lakers' bench. And the thing about it, the problem is that it's just, like I said, they get down, and it's tough playing that way all the time. And so, to me, if just stick him out there, one, he's an offensive, he can shoot, and then he can play defense. So let's talk about that last play of the game. So these dodos are the Lakers are taking the ball out, and let me pull it up, Hunter. Anthony Davis, and then did you hear what Barkley said? He said he wasn't clutch, and then so pretty much everything that Barkley says the opposite happens lately.
So he needs to shut up.
So he's been nailing everything, but I'm gonna pull up this.
I'll say this though.
Pull up the video for you folks.
I mean,
I break down.
I would have probably let Anthony Davis take that shot too, just because I know that his consistency is not his 3-point shot. Now, if it would have been a sharpshooter like Danny Green that grabs that ball at the 3-point line, I'm like, no way in hell. But they gave him too much room.
So
too much room on this play.
A couple of thoughts and issues as far as let's talk basketball. So if I'm coaching the team, so Anthony Davis is already on fire, just where you regularly go. Anthony Davis has been hitting a bunch of shots already here in the second half.
Yeah.
Are we hitting?
Oh yeah, we're hitting.
Okay. So Davis was already hot. So to me, when I see this as a coach defense, when they line up like this, the closest man, LeBron's gonna do one of two things. He's gonna screen and cut to the basket. You've only got 2 seconds left. You only need 1 point.
Yeah.
So if I'm seeing this lineup, I'm gonna say LeBron's gonna screen, maybe even down, and then cut to the basket. But he's gonna try to cut at some point, and he might even screen for Anthony Davis. Now you're talking about Danny Green. I think Danny's the best shooter on the team, but he's been inconsistent, been playing bad. But
yeah, they got their two. They have
leave him open.
Right, they have their 2 best 3-point shooters on the far side of the court in KCP and Danny Green.
So when I see this, I'm thinking they're going to try to get. I'm thinking LeBron fadeaway.
I thought LeBron
fadeaway, but
we have to remember LeBron's not always the guy late game. So
a couple of things here as far as basketball wise, I want to talk. So the Lakers, who's taking the ball out? Is that Rondo?
It was Rondo.
So the Nuggets put the 7-footer Jokic on the ball, which to me, it's a coach's decision. It's one of those things, whether you like it or not. Gene and Gene has joined us now. To me, if you don't want a certain player to have the ball, use that guy to double. So, for example, you would say, y'all use Jokic just to double team. Because 2.1 seconds, they're not going to kick it back to the guy on the inbound.
No.
So that's the thing. But here, once this starts, so watch this motion, Gene. Now remember, they put in Plumlee. It was a substitution. They put in Plumlee to guard Anthony Davis here. So the motion is, watch LeBron. LeBron he's not setting a pick for anybody, is he? He's just basically posting up at the high post.
Mm-hmm.
All right, where's Davis running? He's running to the 3-point line. What is Plumlee doing? Like, really, what is Plumlee thinking right here? He's at the free throw line. Davis is on the 3. LeBron is not, I repeat, not setting a screen on Plumlee, is he?
No.
He is posting up on his man. He even looked at Plumlee. Now watch Plumlee's dumbass some more. He points at Anthony Davis. Go back 2 seconds. Watch him. He points. What's he pointing at? What are you doing, Mason? That's your job. Your man. Nobody's setting a pick on him. So Plumlee set a pick on himself. He runs into LeBron. Double teams LeBron. Without the ball, 2 seconds left. Plumlee set a pick on himself, double team LeBron. Grant's like, what are you doing? Meanwhile, Jokic, who was guarding the inbound passer, has to recover and get back, and then Jokic contest. Now, what an outstanding shot from Anthony Davis. You got a 7-footer contesting your shot, and you're shooting a 3-pointer. And Hunter, if you ask me, if I get a fadeaway 3 from LeBron or Anthony Davis to win the game, you got to take it, right? If you're the Nuggets, you're like, it's the best we can do. That's a good shot, fadeaway.
Yeah.
But by God, he shouldn't have even got it off because Mason Plumlee, I don't know what he was doing. I have no idea what that was for Plumlee to go guard LeBron. LeBron's still being double teamed right now. Good job, Plumlee. Is he boxing out? Is he boxing him out, Hunter?
No.
I mean, what's he doing? And then boom, good job, Plumlee. I know they're not selling tickets down there, Gene, but you ever want to tell a kid, if you're going to watch, here's a ticket, go buy a ticket. Sign up on the Fan View or whatever they're doing, Hunter. But by God, what an idiotic. And the only reason I'm doing it, calling him an idiot too, is because it was stupid and idiot, but also he's a dookie, so I got to take all that.
The only thing I got to say about that is, like you said, what more are you really supposed to do? You've got one of your tallest players out there contesting another 6'11", 7-footer on a 3-point shot.
The point
that really isn't even Anthony Davis's best shot.
No,
so,
if Mason would have been on his hip, he shouldn't have got it off.
He wouldn't have had just a smooth transition into his three. He probably would have wasted another half second or so with the dribble trying to at least find separation for the shot. But if you're the Nuggets, like you said, you got to take that one on the chin. There's really you did what you could. Maybe, of course, Plumlee could have played better defense, but that's all you can't. There's nothing else you could have done. It's a buzzer beater. Most teams that lose by buzzer beater, it's like, well, what were we supposed to do? We played our game, and then they just so happened to do it for the final 2 seconds. But the reason why I'm saying if you are the Nuggets, there's no reason for you to even question why, or be upset, is because you've been in this position before.
All right.
In 2 previous series, you have been in this situation before. Seriously. Like, that, I would not be upset at all. I would just be like, well, what did we do in this game that worked, that kept it close, that forced them to have to win off of the buzzer beater? Because whatever we did, let's ride it going forward.
Gene, real quick question for you. They don't play, my Bobo is my secret weapon. They don't play him. If the coach is scared, they're gonna lose some points with him on the court, right? In the first quarter and second quarter, about halftime, they're always down 10-15 anyway. Why not just start him? He might accidentally hit a shot. Paul Millsap's corpse keeps starting out there. And he is awful, Hunter. He's so old.
Somehow, some way, he's still on the court, and he just does enough. Just enough. To be like, the coach is like,
just say
we'll start the next game. Oh, yeah,
and Bobo was playing.
It'd be different.
Instead of Paul Millsap, and they're starting a kid, Gene, from South Carolina upstate, whose career average in 7 years is 5.1 points a game. Now, no, let's not take anything from South Carolina upstate, but Bobo's 7'2" from Oregon, who was scoring 20 points in his Olympic stuff, came in, he averaged like 15 in the summer. Let's just not play him at all. That's fine. You're down 2-0. You're the coach. You've won. You do what you do. But by God, it makes me so mad.
It was a 1-point game. That's it.
They had won the game. Jokic took it right to Anthony Davis's chest, manned him up, threw the baby hook in his right over his unibrow, and now here we are. Because Mason Plumlee, the Duke guy, remember, I'm sure Coach K has never went over screening at Duke. That's all the hell they do is screen and take charges. And he pointed.
He basically was telling Grant.
Somebody's got that guy.
He basically was telling Grant, he was like, man, you got to switch. You got to rotate for me, man. I'm not fast enough to close out on the perimeter. I'm going to take LeBron. You come off of LeBron and you contest that shot.
I bet you $1 million. That if Bobo was there instead of Plumlee, that he wouldn't have left him. He would have stood right on him. In fact, why don't you put him in that situation, considering he's 7'2"?
Yeah. If you want to put the tallest guy to maybe obscure Rondo's vision, why would it not be the 7'2" guy?
Again, real quick, think about that. So why is Jamal Murray even on the floor in that situation?
He's small.
Why do you put your point guards in a one shot, nothing's going to happen but catch and shoot situation? Shouldn't it all be all 7-footers?
I don't know. It's a good question.
Even though Austin Rivers put it in Zeller's 7-foot eyes.
Why did we bring that up? I don't ever want to think about that shot again. Why did you bring that up?
Because that's just a strategy that you put to 7-footers. God almighty, it made me so mad. But they play again tomorrow night. Maybe Denver can get it going. They've
been in this situation before. All playoffs.
same thing. I feel the same way. They just
The Lakers are 6.5-point favorites for that game.
that don't matter to me at all.
Yeah.
At all, Gene.
Yeah, we talked about that last time.
Yeah, we talked about it Saturday. I told you I didn't. This series doesn't scare me at all. Like they just the refs won the first one. I'll be a child on that one, and then they got lucky on the second one. So where should you be at if you're Denver? They go 4-2. I won't be surprised. The world will be.
I mean, as of right now,
Nuggets go 4-2.
As of right now, the Miami Heat and the Los Angeles Lakers have the same exact record throughout the playoffs.
You know
10 wins, 2 losses.
You know what the funniest thing about the Heat is? If they play each other, right?
Mm-hmm.
Michael Jordan has his number retired for the Heat, and LeBron doesn't.
He does. Pat Riley did that for him.
They ceremoniously retired Jordan's number for no reason.
I didn't even know
The
that.
Miami
Wow.
Heat, number 23, is retired in Miami, and LeBron's jersey is not.
And he won 2
He's won 2 championships for them.
Won 2 championships.
And then left
for
him for Cleveland. Now he's in LA, might be playing them. Think about that. If, LeBron goes down as an all-time great,
Who's retiring his jersey?
does anyone
Randomly.
Is there a statue of him anywhere?
I think Cleveland should do that, but I don't think they will because he's
After
bailed
left
on
him
them
twice? Like, really? Like, statues, guys that get statues usually don't leave their team.
No,
Like, voluntarily. Like, some
Kobe's
guys get
Kobe's
traded.
going to have one. Shaq has one outside of L.A., but
He didn't. They traded him, didn't they?
we traded for Shaq.
No, they traded Shaq to Miami.
Oh,
That
yeah,
wasn't a
I
free
think.
agent.
No,
That was
yeah.
Shaq,
No. I'm
Kobe.
talking about with Shaq.
Right.
Shaq wasn't originally with the Lakers,
Right.
but he has
No, he's got a statue.
a statue outside of Staples
but he
Center.
didn't leave.
Yeah.
So that's what I always wonder. Will LeBron have his jersey retired anywhere, or a statue anywhere?
Doesn't Magic have a statue outside of L.A., or is that...
Magic does.
I think he does. Yeah.
Magic, Kareem,
was gonna
West,
say,
Shaq,
Kareem.
Kobe,
I knew Kareem had one. I don't know if Kobe's got one.
Does he not have one
immediately.
yet?
Not yet. That's what I meant was like, I said Kobe, but then I was like, if he doesn't have one now,
Shaq's is
it's
cool.
eventually.
Any
He's
dunking
like
on the
dunking.
building or something?
Yeah.
Like they got him
Yeah.
hanging off the side of the building. It's pretty nasty. But yeah, that's something to think about. Like he'll be playing against his former team he won 2 championships for, which he won't have his number retired, but Michael Jordan does, who didn't even play for them.
Wade Gretzky's got one too. Oscar De La Hoya has a statue there. They got
Oscar De La Hoya.
Yeah, I mean they have all these people, but Kobe doesn't have a statue yet. Neither does. I was gonna say
Has Phil Jackson got a statue?
He does not. I'm talking about Kobe does not have one, but everybody's saying, I mean, it's a given.
Should
because-
Phil Jackson's statue be him sitting in an office chair, like he used to coach from? Did you never notice that or see that? I mean, you're awful young. He used to sit. You know how they got those fold-out chairs?
Oh yeah, no, I know what you're talking about
Phil was
because he
sitting
was
in
so
a big,
big.
giant
Yeah, he
office
was sitting in a
chair.
giant chair. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about because I noticed that a few times whenever I was watching him. I was like, is he just saying he's better than everybody, or is it because he's so big?
All right, Hunter. Jokic and Murray combined for 55. LeBron and the Brow combined for 57. 1 by 2.
wow.
2 points. It's so even. It really is. And I just think the Nuggets aren't comfortable until they're
Till they're down
back against
2-0.
the wall. Like they're not. Just like,
Listen,
all right, guys,
they're
we'll
going to have to come out and have an emotional game like the Celtics did. It's like, look, we can't afford to go down 3-0. I know we've come back from 3-1, but I don't know about 3-0.
But Millsap, 28 minutes, 6 points. He didn't score his first bucket till the third quarter. Jeremy Grant, 25 minutes, 7 points. Gary Harris, 25 minutes, 3 points. Like, I used to say, like when I didn't get any playing time in a basketball game, it was
Right.
like, coach, Gary Harris, 3 points, 25 minutes. You think I'm going to do worse than that? Like, am I going to give up I didn't go in a game one time where our team was up 30, and I was like, am I going to blow a 30-point lead in the last 2 minutes, coach? That's some awful defense if I do.
Awful. Straight awful.
But anyway.
I'm just looking
All
forward
right.
to really the series I'm paying more attention to is Boston and Miami because it's just more interesting to me now. It really is. Because I could care less about the Lakers. I mean, I would love to see obviously Denver win, but now I'm over here saying, well, I picked the Boston Celtics to win this series, but damn, I'm really having fun watching Jimmy Butler and the Heat right now.
All right, Gene. How was the weekend?